Hello, I'm Margarita of Miltamed Cosmetic Education.
And I'm Iman. Margarita, why are you wearing that bright pink blazer? Are we going to be talking about lipsticks today?
No, I'm moving soon and I'm giving my stuff away to Goodwill, so I figured I'd wear it one last time. Or do you want it?
Maybe I'll try it later. So what exactly are we discussing today?
Clay masks. I became curious about how they work and what all the hype is about.
I've actually never tried one. So what are the different types?
If you look at beauty and personal care websites, these are the 5 that pop up most often. French green clay, bentonite, kaolin, fuller's earth, and rasool. Kaolin is considered the mildest.
The scientific names are a little different. Kaolin is still called that, but bentonite is actually the more common name for a group of minerals called smectites. There are a handful of other groups of clays too.
As far as I can tell, most clays used in masks are kaolin, bentonite/smectite, or sometimes elite. There are various minerals within these groups whose properties, such as absorption and swelling, are determined by the layer structure. Smectites are divided up into different montmorillonites.
Bentonite is particularly good at absorbing charged substances because the way the layers are structured leaves a charge imbalance. Cations balance that charge, but they can be substituted by other things. Here's a very crude image with calcium as the cation and happy faces representing the charged substances, usually called impurities in beauty literature. The idea behind a clay mask is that impurities in the skin get sucked into the clay, replacing the cations.
That's why kaolin is milder than bentonite. The charges are balanced in kaolin, so it has less ability to absorb all kinds of junk. Clay masks absorb oil through a different process, though I only found support for this in a 1972 article. Since clays are hydrophilic, there's no reason for completely hydrophobic substances like squalane to adsorb to them, yet they do, and it's probably by a process called dipole-induced dipole interactions. The water already in the clay, not shown, likely promotes temporary induced positive charges in nonpolar substances that in bulk lead to adsorption.
We spent a long time looking into that. In general, a lot of claims are made about clay masks and cosmetics, as you can see here. They can brighten your skin, absorb excess oils and toxins, hydrate, prevent breakouts, restore the skin's balance, regulate sebum production, oxygenate your cells.
And more!
I don't know what more there is. That seems to pretty much cover everything under the sun.
Clay masks can be made at home just by mixing water, clay, and essential oils. This DIY recipe has a lot of clay, so be careful. Clay masks are quite drying, and moisturizer should be applied afterwards. In a commercial product like this mask from Cetaphil, there are a lot more ingredients, including humectants to make the mask less drying. Based on formulations we found for clay masks from suppliers' websites, the amount of clay in here is probably 2% each.
What about pottery clay? Can that be used in clay masks for cosmetics? I looked up what pottery clay contains, and it just seems to be a mixture of all the others. It's probably not all well cleansed for cosmetic use, though.
Well then, let's use pottery clay in clay masks. I made such a nice pot!
We could totally try that, Margarita.
Okay, I'll go for it. What? Hey!
It's a masterpiece.
What, my vase?
No. So all this talk about clay masks, and turns out that Margarita and I have both never even tried one before.
Actually, I have. I'm not all talk and no walk. Of course, I bought the cheapest one money can buy, this thing from CVS. It's okay. It kind of burned when it dried out on my face, but that's subjective. You also said you're supposed to wash your face before using it, but what's the point? The clay mask is supposed to do the cleansing. So I didn't, and it was fine. It got my face clean. It's the most I can say.
Do you have a video or a picture of you trying it?
Yeah, so you know how the models in commercials for clay masks manage to look beautiful while wearing them? I look like something that crawled out of a crypt. Brains. I need brains.
Maybe I should try a clay mask too after looking at Margarita's video. And I'll probably do the Fuller's Earth one since it's been used since the ancient times to absorb oil, lanolin, from woolen cloth through a process called fulling. People used to beat the clay into the wool to absorb oil. Later machines were designed called fulling mills with feet that struck the wool, water, and Fuller's Earth mixture to loosen the dirt and allow the clay to absorb the lanolin and dirt particles, which were then removed by washing.
I can imagine that if a sheep felt like its wool was too oily, it may want to use clay to get clean too. Aw, cute sheep, come here, little fella. Ba, ba, ba.
May I use your clay to clean my wool?
What? Hey, what are you doing? What does everybody have against my pottery today? Ba, ba, ba.
Thanks for the spa treatment. Oh, Margarita, I actually kind of like the jacket. Why are you wearing that big blue one?
My mother got it at Kmart 25 years ago. I feel kind of bad about giving it away, but hey, out with the old, in with the new.